Wisconsin's primary results are drawing national attention. President Joe Biden got nearly 89% of the vote on the Democratic side, but it's the number of uninstructed votes raising a red flag. 12 News political director Matt Smith joins us now to break it all down. Matt?
Patrick, some warning signs for everyone here as we take a look at the map and the results coming in. President Joe Biden, yes, with 89% of the vote among Democrats here in Wisconsin, but it is this uninstructed delegation that is critical to look at. More than 48,000 voters in the state saying this is a protest vote to President Biden's support of Israel. In key Democratic counties, Milwaukee County, 12% of Democrats voting uninstructed. In Dane County, 15% voting. So what does all this mean? What are the implications? Take a look. As Wisconsin voters headed to the polls Tuesday,
Important was Biden. And I'm plugging too.
some were preparing to send a message.
Wisconsin is going to be the tipping point state again.
More than 48,000 Democrats voting uninstructed, a protest to President Biden's support of Israel. What does your ballot look like then in November? Who do you vote? How do you vote?
Yeah, that's something I still have to consider for myself and my values here. But I know that at this point, for me personally, Joe Biden is a non-starter.
Organizers on Upfront detailing their initial goal of 20,000 votes Tuesday in a state Biden won by fewer than 21,000 in 2020.
We saw a historic showing, and I really can't emphasize this enough. Within the first hour after the polls closed, we exceeded our 20,000 vote goal.
How big of a deal is this?
Yeah, once again, that's more than enough to make up a difference in a state like Wisconsin most years, including the last in the last cycle. And similar story from the other side. Many of them will ultimately vote for Joe Biden or the Democrat because they're Democratic voters, but some of them won't. Some of them may stay home. Some of them could vote third party. It is so striking to me see how early this whole primary process was wrapped up, and yet how frustrated voters seem to be with the choices that they're stuck with.
And Matt, there are also warning signs for the Trump campaign tonight.
There are, Patrick, warnings on all sides. Donald Trump just shy of reaching 80% among Republican voters, but Nikki Haley, who has dropped out of the race a month ago or so, still receiving 13%. So what are all the implications of this, Patrick? We're going to talk about that new tonight at 6.
12 News political director Matt Smith breaking down the numbers for us. Matt, thank you.